Welcome to this edition of Motor Trend. I'm Jim Scouten with the Tahoe SS, only the second Tahoe SS in existence at the moment. But we think there's a very good chance there will soon be a whole lot more. We think it's time for a close look at what could shortly be the newest SS to join the Chevy lineup. History says it can happen. This was the last hurrah of the last John Moss SS, the original Impala SS concept car that should have been sent to the crusher, but John couldn't resist sprucing it up a bit in the final year of production. His idea of sprucing up was a 510 cubic inch big block and tubbing the rear to make room for monster 335 meats. Fair to describe you as the father of the Impala SS, so these things do happen when you create.
Yes, they do. We've been very successful. Now, the Impala, of course, has been a very successful car as far as the entire car. We did the Highlander show truck about 3 or 4 years ago, and which led to the side access door on all extended cabs. So whether it's a complete car or features of a car, we've been very successful here in the last few years.
By the 96 model year, the production version had evolved into a very satisfying ride. The final perfection was a new instrument cluster and a console shifter for the 4-speed automatic. But the end was coming for the Caprice and the Impala SS that had originally been derived from the police equipment package. But Chevy isn't about to walk away from 30,000 sales to law enforcement. Instead, they're making the men in blue comfortable in the Tahoe police package. So it's time to start looking in your mirror for something taller in black and white or blue. And exactly 4 years after showing the first Impala SS, John was at the SEMA show, ready to be the father of the next SS.
4 years ago, Jim, and I kind of look at it as almost, carry on with the tradition that the very successful tradition, I might add, that we did with the Impala SS. You know, the Impala SS really started from our very successful police package, and here, has been announced that we're going to start building the police Tahoe in the Arlington Assembly Plant. And who knows, this could just follow in exactly the same footsteps that the Impala SS did.
The first Tahoe SS in an amazing new green from PPG was a rear driver like the police Tahoe. It had been lowered for a ground-hugging look, and it was the center of attention in the Chevy exhibit. But the word from the public was they wanted a four-wheel drive system. And that's what John had in the second Tahoe SS in Memphis.
They like the sure-footedness like the front-wheel drive vehicles get or the four-wheel drive vehicles get. And right now, it's a customer demand.
The system is full-time, all-wheel drive, thanks to a little parts shopping in the Oldsmobile closet. It's the transfer case from the Bravada, splitting the power front and rear.
It's always constant at 35-65 split. So that way you can manage the increased horsepower and the torque that the 5.7 V8 delivers. And so that's how we can get away with that kind of a system in a lighter-duty, economical system. Is right now, quite frankly, is right off the shelf.
Plus, the SS is lowered a bit over an inch all around, and the wheel wells are stuffed with 275/60 series Goodrich tires on Budnick polished wheels. That stance and the healthy horsepower from the production small block make this a sport utility for the track.
The 5.7 V8 under the hood and a lowered suspension, the Tahoe SS is a real sports car of an SUV. You see, putting it to the track here at Memphis Motorsport Park, very little body lean, yet a good ride quality. Unbelievable combination in a sport utility.
So there it is. And now Chevy General Manager John Middlebrook is waiting to hear how you like it.
We need the fans to either respond to your show, to the Motor Trend magazine, or certainly they're welcome to write Chevrolet, and we want to hear it. And really, we do make a lot of our decisions based on the response of the public to these kind of tests.
If you're interested in helping Chevy decide whether or not to build the Tahoe SS, you can drop them a note or send them an email through the Motor Trend website. We know they're listening, and John Moss would probably like a little support for the idea. Remember, it worked with the Impala SS. It could happen again.